This episode has been strange to film because I've seen Mithun in different versions of himself. But today's episode was just not for listeners, but also for our kids to one day listen and know the man behind the discipline, the mentor behind the dream, and the father behind the silent resilience. Let's get the show started. Welcome to the Rayan show, and I'm your host Rayane Mithun. Today's episode is one very close to my heart. He is a cricketer, mentor, father, partner. The person Tarak, Radhya and I call home. Welcome my husband Abhimanyu Mithun. So Mithu.
It does.
Did they ever question you about becoming an athlete? Because there are no guarantees in life. Were they very skeptical or did they have an opinion about it?
So I think in that sense, I don't know if he really thought I could make it to that level. I really don't know, but only after.
Do you remember the day you got the call up for India?
I remember that day. So we were playing a match in.
As a teenager, success would have meant something else to you. What did it mean then? What does it mean to you now?
So obviously you always look up to yourself as you playing in the biggest level, and obviously that's a success at that age. Now when you think about now.
You tell me our love story from your point of view.
Okay, so I'll tell the things what I came for RCP.
By the way, it's our 10th year anniversary next year.
Yeah, I know. I've promised you something, so we'll do that.
Everyone knows that you're a man of few words, and you truly believe that your actions speak louder than words. Where does that belief come from?
My thing is, if someone has to define myself, for me, it's always about working hard. Mm-hmm. So for me, if I work hard, I know.
Appa's the better dad. So Mithu.
It does.
How does it feel to be questioned by me now in front of the cameras?
Good. I'm very proud of you. Whatever you started, you never gave up on it, and you're still go on about it. So I'm very happy, and happy that you called me for this show. And I love to talk with you. So it is nice to come here and talk.
Nice. So we're going to see a very different side of you today.
Like what?
Mithu, what? Okay, so tell me, you started, for a cricketer, you started quite late to play, right? Just tell me your journey of becoming a cricketer.
So I never thought I was going to become a cricketer because it wasn't never in my thought or I dreamt of. It was always been like a kid playing all the sports in school. And obviously my dad had a background of a gym. We used to run a gym. He was a trainer, and I used to go train with him whenever I have off days. So it started from there, and obviously as a kid you go out with friends and play a lot of sports, and you have a good set of friends everywhere, and every weekends you go in the mornings and come back only in the nights. So it was just a start of like that, and I used to play all the sports in school, right? So, and on weekends where I used to play a lot of cricket. What happened was there was a time when I used to play really well in cricket, tennis ball obviously, and then people used to go tell my dad in the gym because that was the only gym in the
in that area.
In that area, so obviously a lot of people used to come to the gym and who play sports or whatever in other different fields. So they used to tell my dad every day that he's really good. Why don't you try him? After that, I think he thought about it, but still we didn't have that much of money for my dad to start my career in cricket. I didn't know what's going to happen. So what happened once after the 10th, obviously in Karnataka, what happens is after the 10th are the board exams, right? So after the board exams, I had summer holidays before the college. So that time, one of the coaches who saw me in school, inter-schools competition, he said, I'm a very good athlete, so why don't you come for athletics? So that's how it started. During summer holidays, every morning I used to go to Kantirava in Karnataka. So at an athletic ground. So there I used to go every morning. So my dad saw me every day, me waking up 5 o'clock and I did for more than 1 month every day without complaining or anything. I think he saw that for that the way I was disciplined in whatever I choose to do, and then I think that gave him the confidence that I can do something in cricket if he puts me in cricket, right? So I think that's the point where my dad thought, okay, after 1 month of going to the athletics, one day he told me, he came to me and he said, don't go anymore there. I want you to join cricket. So there was up and down, but still after 2-3 years, I made it to the, I think like they say, like destiny. So I went different routes and went to the right place at the right time. And then from there, I played a lot of things.
So you said your dad had seen that discipline in you and then decided that it was worth the shot. Did they ever question you about becoming an athlete? Because there are no guarantees in life. Were they very skeptical or did they have an opinion about it?
I think they never had any opinion. Like when I went to all other different sports, he never thought about it as a profession or whatever. He just let me be myself from an young age. So whatever it was, always been me doing it. At the end of the day, I don't know if he was happy or no, or he was following whatever I did or anything. I really didn't know at an young age. So I think in that sense, I don't know if he really thought I could make it to that level. So I really don't know, but only after like certain age where my name kept coming everywhere, I think he thought, okay, he might do something big in this. So that's when I think he put everything towards me in those ways, I feel.
Okay. So in your journey, who do you think was that person who silently sacrificed a lot for you? Was it your dad?
I think both. In that sense, in both. Obviously, my dad never showed that he was happy in front of me, obviously, because we are born, like even me, I don't show things in front of him whenever we face each other. So it's always been behind. He will be happy whenever he sees in the paper my name, and whenever I do well in the, like on the TV and he sees matches, he'll be very happy, I know that. And obviously my mother, she also, I think she sacrificed a lot of things, like obviously at the end of the day I need like good sleep, good food and all, right? Like she did a lot of things and she cared. She used to wash all my clothes all the while. She never complained till today. She doesn't complain for her works, right? So that is something that they have sacrificed for me a lot of things, so I'm grateful for them.
Do you remember the day you got the call up for India?
I remember that day. So we were playing a match in Baroda, and even the Rahul Dravid was playing for the Karnataka that day. I think I didn't know how to express, because if you any cricketer, obviously it's a dream come true, right? Playing for the country, and that to me, I played in an era where it was one of the like biggest legends in the world. If you take up the names, because few years back I still remember. So those days we used to have cards, like cricket cards.
Those cricket cards?
Yes, yeah. So like that. So we used to collect those things, and after like, I still remember like after 2-3 years, I'm playing with those people where I used to play the cards with. So that's a surreal moment for any field, something like that to happen over a few years. So that was amazing, and as a I feel. I don't say regret and all, but that really young age I made it to the Indian team. So when I think about after few years what I shouldn't have played so early. I didn't have that much of maturity levels, I feel, to play at that level. And at the end of the day, again, it's all learning, right? When I sit today, the lot of things that I learned, obviously it's a lesson for me to grow as a person and grow as an individual. So everything I took it as a stride, and whatever came to me, and I took it as a stride, and going still strong.
That's nice. As a teenager, success would have meant something else to you. Coming from a middle class family, struggling to make their way up the cricket ladder, and when you compare yourself now, what does success mean to you? What did it mean then? What does it mean to you now?
Then I feel the success was obviously you playing at the highest level, right? You didn't know, as an youngster, what you do is you always go into the result-oriented guys, obviously, then when you're in that age. So obviously you always look up to yourself as you playing in the biggest level. And obviously that's a success at that age. Now when you think about now, success is the things that the discipline that I had, than the routines that I had for many years, and to still continue it, for me that's a success.
Okay.
So for me is that a success, because just an example, like how my dad, like he runs the gym even today, and 35 years even today he wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. That is discipline, and I think when you sit and enjoy your life, that is success, because the way every day you do the same routines over and again without complaining, and obviously at the end of the day you might get the result that you wanted or you might not, but at the end of the day you sit and get satisfied with the effort that you put in. I feel that is success.
Okay.
And that's what I feel the success is all about.
If you ask me as a wife, I think you're one of the most disciplined people I know. And you don't eat rubbish. You're always training even on holiday. And I think that's how you have sustained also for so many years. But like I said, as a wife, as a person who has seen you play India, not play for India, play IPL, not play IPL, when you decided to say, okay, this is enough, I'm going to pursue other things. Did cricket ever go from being a passion to a burden?
For me, I never felt it as a burden. Again, cricket is what everything it gave me in a life, right? Like, so that's why I didn't look at it as a burden, or I looked at it as a lesson that taught me. Because when I did so well and certain seasons and then still didn't play, so there were times that I wanted to give up, but still I didn't want it. At the end of the day, I just wanted to like see how much ever I can push it. So at the end of the day, I wanted to like give my best. So whatever, that's how I've grown up, like giving my best every time and working as much as hard as possible. The things that I used to think about is the controls which I can control, right? Like some seniors or whatever, like who had told me, like they used to tell me about all these things. So you just think about the controllables that you can control. That stuck in my head. So I used to always think about that whenever it was up and downs. But still, I kept going. That at the end of the day, the things that I had in my control was to work hard and keep performing as much as possible. So I don't say it as a burden, but there were times. But I didn't want to, as a sports person, I didn't want to give up so easily. So I wanted to see how much I can fight for it and give my best in whatever ways I can give.
Was there ever a match that was hard, not because of the game, but what was personally at stake?
Yeah, I can still remember that season, one of the worst season that I ever had. I had a groin injury and we were playing quarterfinals against Tamil Nadu, and I'd recovered and come back, and I was playing in that match, and again I got injured, but still I could somehow finish the game. And the next day what happened was there were so many reports about myself, people saying that I lied about my injuries, and they had written so many things, and coach had said so many bad things, not bad things, like they had questionable things, and again so many things that they had told against me, which was not true. So I read that, and it was very upsetting for me, because I always gave all my best to whenever I played for represented Karnataka, right? What happened was, so that off season I really worked really hard, so that I wanted to prove something, like the things that was hurting me, the questions that they had made against me, and about my effort that I had put in. So that made me really get upset, and then that off season I really worked towards that. And the next season when I played, so we played 2 finals next season. Okay, so we won 2 finals and I had got 5 wicket all. And that same season when I played Ranji Trophy, I got first match 5 wicket all. After the lady wrote the interview, I never spoke to her. So after the next season, the performance that I had going on, so she wanted to take an interview of me. So I didn't want to give an interview, but still somehow it happened, and I just she wanted to have an interview. And then one thing that I asked in a funny way, like I said, today that made me motivated me, and the things, like I said, I told her so many things are changed in my life, and then the result that I'm getting now because of you, when I told that, I got so happy. So I think I still remember those moments. So it was one of the best matches I felt.
When you tell me about this, I only think about this one incident that you have told me about a school teacher who said something in class, and then when you started doing well, you asked her something.
Yeah,
Can you tell me about that incident?
I still remember. So this was when I was in 7th standard. So we had a parents teachers meeting. My mom had complained to the teacher saying he doesn't want to study, he wants to leave the school and go to cricket. So what happened was, when I went back to the school, my teacher, in front of everybody, she had shouted at me, "What do you think of yourself? Like you won't be. There's so many millions of kids plays cricket in India, and you won't be the one that you're gonna play. Do you think you're gonna make it?" And all, she had told in front of everybody. So this was after many years, when I played under 19. We had a National Cricket Academy matches. So under 19, so South Zone, we were playing South Zone, and we won the trophy for the first time, and I was the highest wicket taker, and I think very big article came in a Times of India paper. So that day, I think some unknown number call came, and it was the same teacher who had told that about all in the school about this. She called me and she was congratulating me, and she said, "I'm very happy for you. You've become such a big cricketer," and all she was telling me. So that's how she became close to me, and she always kept
in touch with you?
Kept in touch with me. And so one fine day she was talking to me, and she said, "Do you want to tell something to me?" And then
what did you think about when she said that? What did you think to yourself?
So I was thinking the incident that happened many years ago, that she had told me in the school that I can't become a cricket player. So that moment, when she asked, "Do you want to say something?" I literally told her, "Ma'am, do you remember the incident that you told me that I won't become a cricket player?" And then ma'am, I literally told her, "Ma'am, I'm a very big cricket player." So she was very shocked in that moment. And she kept quiet for a few seconds, and she said, "Do you remember this?" I said, "Yeah, I still remember." So that one of the best moments I could ever say.
That's nice. I liked, but when she asked you if you want to say something, you would have said, "My chances finally
100%.
come."
Yeah, there are a lot of things that has happened. I will, yes.
That you will
they
carry.
Are questioned.
So I have known you for so many years, and I have seen you have your highs, and I've also seen you have your lows. And I think there was an incident, I think when you didn't get picked for IPL for the first time, I saw a very different side of you. In the sense, you completely retracted and you wouldn't let anyone in. You had these walls that went up. Do you think you've changed from that? The way you process bad news or things do you process things when they don't go your way? Because the old Mithun would shut down completely. Do you think you've changed from it?
100%. That was a lesson to me, because I was expecting too much of myself. So I think that was one of the biggest mistakes I made, because I thought every year I could easily be in IPL team, right? So that was the thing because I used to do well in domestics. Again, after a few years, one of the seasons when I didn't get picked, it got me into it realized me that everything is not
in your control?
In your control always. So that's when I could only sit and think about what the best that I can do, right? I started thinking about my controllables. The things that I can do is to work hard again. Again, I have to perform really well for coming years. So that's what I did. So that's why I completely shut down there. And next few months, I was only every day practicing. I still remember that year, and I didn't play IPL. I was practicing so hard. Like I again said, I always say to all my players who practice with me right now, so I always tell them, so at the end of the day, you work out the results will obviously, the things that has to happen, it will happen at any point of time, right? So that year when I worked really hard, the next year I became ice wicket for Karnataka in one Vijay, the domestic that we played, and we won the trophy. So I think that effort made me come in, give me a different perspective, how to go about my work ethics again, and what to expect from myself, and how to work hard again. Certain things that gave me a lesson I learned so many things during those time, and it was very nice. After picking a wicket again, I got a good contract from Mumbai Indians, right? Playing to a big franchise was something big for me. So it was nice again, it was a lesson for me to learn from those bad times. Now I can give a lot of things to the other people, whoever I train with.
So everyone knows that you're a man of few words, and you truly believe that your actions speak louder than words. Where does that belief come from?
By doing it, I feel I've played so much of games. So I always felt, again, talking doesn't make any sense for me. At the end of the day, we have to do it and show it. That's when I get the respect, I feel. So that's what I always believed in. So you do things and get the respect out of it. So that's the good respect, and I always feel in that sense. So it always been like that whenever I played any matches, whatever the things that happen. So whatever that happens, I want to gain respect through my work. So I've always been work, like, my thing is, if someone has to define myself, is for me it's always about working hard. So for me, if I work hard, I know I can do whatever I can at the best, highest level. So I always believed in that, and that's why I don't talk so much, but still I do the things and show. That's when I get a lot of respect. So it's always been like that.
Yeah, but you talk so much to me.
Always.
What does respect mean to you, Mithun?
See, again, it's a mutual respect. I feel, I just give an example. Like you said so many things when you wanted to do something. Like I always told you to, you have so much of talent, do certain things.
Yeah.
I've always told you, Ryan, do this, do that. But you couldn't continue it after a certain period of time, right? But now, when I see you, like from 1 year back, you kept going, like whatever. Now you started this podcast, you kept going without anyone's help, right? And you kept going, and you never gave up, and you're trying to, like, I've seen you sometimes, you feel upset that things are not going your way, but still you go through it and come again and say, okay, next day you want to do certain things right, and okay, keep moving forward. And then you have done so much well now, and people are appreciating you, and even your parents know that you're doing yourself. And people think you're doing because of their help. But I know the truth, and you know the truth. You have worked through it, right? And people are starting to recognize you and your work, whatever you do it in all things in a right way. And see, that's when the people give you respect. For me, that is respect. So you know that the work you put in hard, and people are recognizing the effort that you have put in.
So that is respect.
For me, that is respect. So for me, is that.
I think I learned that from you, Mithun.
Like what?
Like, no matter what, I think you always tell me this, that when I start something, if I hear one thing wrong, I'll say, okay, no, thank you very much, I don't want to do it. But I remember when I said I wanted to start this podcast, you said, yeah, you start it on a condition that you don't give up for 1 year.
Because I've always felt you had so much of talent, you have so much of things that you can do. I always kept telling you this. But you somewhere, I felt suddenly you start certain things, and you always wanted to, like, stop in the middle. I didn't know why it was always happening. So that's why I thought this was something that you can talk well, the way you think, you portray things. I really liked. I always told you. I thought, okay, this might work for you, something big. So that's why I kept saying, don't never give up, whatever, no matter what. Like, whatever happens, you just keep going, let's see where it goes. And I can see you so happy and so independent. See, at the end of the day, that is what, right? At the end of the things, so people appreciate the hard work that you have done. For me, is that respect. So people should understand you now. I think you're more independent, you're happy always. That I can see in your face, in things that you do. So I'm really happy for you. So for me, that's the respect you get. See, that's why you don't need to answer anybody right now, because you're doing so many things for yourself. So for me, that's you can have a lot of respect. If someone doesn't give you respect, you don't even care, because you know what you've gone through, what's the hardship that you have gone through, what runs in your mind. Only you know that. And only the close people around you, people know those things. So for me, that's the respect I feel.
Thank you, but I still have a long way to go with my discipline.
Good.
I have to learn it from you. I'm not as disciplined as you. I can't be like you. So now, enough cricket. I want to know, you tell me our love story from your point of view.
Okay, so I'll tell the things. So I came for RCP.
By the way, it's our 10th year anniversary next year.
Yeah, I know. I've promised you something, so we'll do that. So, okay. So I still remember Park Sheraton Hotel. No, what's the...
Facebook.
I know the hotel name.
Park Sheraton.
Park Sheraton. So we used to stay. So when I was playing for the RCB, so we were staying in the Park Sheraton Hotel. There were 2 wings. So one wing, I think it has two different lift, and one more wing was, so all the other players were in different wing. So me and my physio were in the other wing. So we were supposed to go from that lift. So there were some people came and took photos with us. Okay, so so I just went back to the room and we were having dinner. And then I just opened Facebook at the time. Facebook was a big thing at that time, right? So I just opened Facebook and was scrolling down, I had a friend request. So I clicked it and so I saw the pictures. So I literally could see. I literally thought the person who took a picture already they sent me a request. So it was that. So I never thought. So I thought like that. So someone who took a picture right now. So that's why I just pinged saying, "Did you by any chance take a picture with me right now?"
Thank you,
that's how it
whoever that
all
was.
started. So. So after that, again, when we exchanged the BBM,
That BBM was the
was the
rage.
biggest thing, right? So we exchanged the BBM pins, and you told about yourself, and I told about myself, and then you told about your parents. I really didn't know about your parents really because. See, my mother tongue is Telugu, right? And then I speak Kannada. I never used to watch Tamil movies there, so I didn't know about them. So really, so only I could only figure out about your mom was because I could see a lot of Chiranjeevi movies, right?
Yeah.
So I could only like remember I've seen this.
Because your mother likes Suhasini auntie. That's why you didn't see my mother's
Yeah,
movies.
so I didn't know. So that's how I think it all started. So it's going strong.
It's going strong. That's all our love story. That's it. You have to say we did long distance for so long. I was skeptical to date her first. Why were you so skeptical to date me?
See, again, all said and done, we are happy. We have two amazing kids.
I am asking you a love story. I'm not asking for your gyan. Why were you skeptical to date me?
See, obviously, again, I have come from a different background, right? So, see, again, I've grown up with a joint family where we used to like be 15 people, 20 people, and then we came to like 10 people in a house. So I've grown up like that, and you're coming from a different family, and like big families, one of the big families, right? So obviously, for me, it was always how will I take care of you, and so it was always running in my mind whenever it happened. For me, it was always running in my mind. How will I do it? How will I? Again, it's a long distance, and
But we did long distance for so long.
yeah, for so many years, and we took it as a stride, I feel. So, like I said, we never gave up. That's our code line.
Tagline, no?
Tagline. So don't give up. So we never gave up on each other. So you believed me and whatever I did, and I think you always been my support. Whenever you have seen like so bad things happen in my career. When I was low, also I've seen when I got injuries, when I didn't make it the bigger stage. You have seen me, and then I felt really lucky to have you.
Oh my God. Keep the comments coming.
So it's nice, and I just want to like support you in whatever you do.
Thank you, bro. But like you said, I think we've seen, I mean, through our dating and through your career and my whatever career I had and our marriage, I think we have seen more lows than we have seen highs. But what do you think makes us work? Like on paper, it makes absolutely zero sense. If you see it on paper, like they say, oh, the husband lives in Bangalore, the wife lives in Chennai, and they visit each other. On paper, we make absolutely zero sense to anybody. What makes us work? What do you think makes us work? I think other than the fact our relationship is based on an amazing friendship. Look at that, Palli. What do you think makes us work?
See, at the end of the day, like you said, we are friends, right? We always share everything each other, and again we
I
trust.
share, you don't share.
I also share a lot of things, so and we trust each other so much. See, I know what are the things that you, when I'm not there, you do for the kids, and the things that you run the house, and a lot of things that you take care. So I'm really lucky to be in that space where you give my time alone, where I can go travel and play cricket And again, at the end of the day, whatever I do, I always feel for the family. It will be very hard for me sometimes. I have got upset so many times. The things we were like, so many times I was traveling and you were alone. So many times it has happened. But still, again, I felt at the end of the day, it's for the family that whatever we are doing it, and we took it in that stride. And you also been so positive about the things that happens between us. Yes, we have fights and everything, but at the end of the day, we understand each other so well. If you don't talk, also we understand so well. I feel when you don't share, also I can understand your things that you go through around, and you know about me so much. So I think that's the best part, that you have given me my space all the time, and I could do, like in my profession, like travel and play so much. So I could say the trust and the friendship that we have, that's the only thing that keeps us going always.
I definitely think it's our base of solid friendship.
100%. We never thought as like a husband. I feel husband and wife. We have always been so close, so emotionally connected always, and so that's the, I think, God grace for us. It's given us a good family now. So.
Yeah. But I also think our marriage works because I think I'm very lucky. I lucked out in the in-laws department as well. As like I said, we come from two very different backgrounds, and I'm sure it was not easy for your parents to accept that. For if someone comes and says, "Oh, where's your daughter-in-law?" and they're like, "Oh, she's in Chennai." I mean, they also took it and they understood why I had to be in Chennai, and they've been very supportive. So I definitely think that also plays a major role.
Till today, they never questioned about, like they never asked me that why does Rayan doesn't come to Bangalore, like stay in Bangalore or whatever. Sometimes in the moment they've asked, like in just a normal way, but they never forced in that way. My parents also have been very understandable, I feel. They never, whenever you guys come to Bangalore, they're very happy to see the kids, and they like to come here and enjoy with the family and all. So I think I also have lucky to have them in my.
I think they're very broad-minded, that way.
100%.
Not everyone is like that.
Yeah.
And with the way they have grown up and the joint family they have come from, we really need to give it to them because they're very broad-minded and they don't think within the box. And they've let you, me, even your sister grow as individuals. And I definitely think that plays a very big role.
100%. I think we are lucky to say that, like they are so broad-minded and they won't question us or. But still, I say again, as a son or whatever, our responsibility is to take care of them. So I always keep in my mind. I still remember when I was so young. Some people saying, like as like Indian culture. So as a son or whatever, you have the responsibility to take care of your family plus your parents. So it always keeps that in my mind, and I always see to it they're always happy and make sure they're in everything, they're happy, I feel.
But that you have done since the beginning. No? So tell me, you built your house. Like you said, you always wanted to give your parents the best. And I'm sure, as your wife, I know how much your parents have struggled, and I've heard stories from auntie, uncle and stuff like that, where at one point in time where they didn't have money to buy medicine and your uncle helped out. And that's where your dad was telling me why he was so close to his brother, because without questioning he helped him. And for you at 23 to build a house and get your parents settled, that's a big thing. When you built that house and you went in for the first time, what did you think to yourself?
We used to live in a joint family, right? And but still I miss those days. But still, and at that age, building a house, I mean, it's coming to that you earn money and you build something for yourself. I choose the career where it gave me a life. And see, again, what I felt was it's all destiny. And I always told that because my dad's hard work, I got so much of luck to make it to the biggest level, and whatever that I could achieve. So I always say that. So even today, the way he works hard, I think no one can do that.
100%.
According to me. So these were hard works. I think it always paid, like all the luck. I think it got to me. So I always believe in that, and the things I feel at the end of the day, if they are happy, I'm really happy for my parents. So it was a great feeling, but still, like I said, it's their hard work and it came through me. So that was amazing to see my parents happy.
So we all have dreams. What is that ultimate dream for you?
So at the moment, I feel there are a lot of players in like Karnataka who trains with me under me. So I want them to see in a bigger stage. So that is something, that challenge I've taken up recently. So whoever I'm training, so I want them to see in a bigger stage. So, and I want them to achieve a lot of things that I couldn't achieve, right? So certain things that I've learned through my career. So I want to see through them. So that's my, I think, recent times that keeps running in my mind, that I want to do something for those kids.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Would you ever want your son to play cricket?
If you ask me, yes, I would love to. But again, at the end of the day,
it's up to him.
It's up to him. So again, it doesn't have in my control. So again, whatever he chooses, if he wants to like play cricket, yes, I'm open-heartedly support him in whatever ways.
But do you see any inclination towards cricket?
Like I can see something like he's
got
athletic,
something about
like
him.
Something good athletic things that I can see when he plays sports downstairs. So I can see certain things. Again, I can't judge at this age. Again, it will take time. As a kid, you keep growing, right? So he's still 7 years old. Let's see how we can give the next few years the foundation, and if something clicks again, yes, at the end of the day, we need to sit and discuss with him if he does, and then we need to take in a right way, I think.
Ultimately, what is written only will happen.
100% I believe in that.
How has fatherhood changed you?
No, changes in the sense, if you see, someone had told me this, it's the choice that you and me made. We wanted to have a kids, right? So it's not their choices.
Yeah.
So it's the choice that we made, and they are coming to this world. So that's why it's my responsibility to give them the best life. So again, it's my responsibility in whatever ways that I can give them. So I really love that, and the way that has changed me a lot as being a father. I'm so happy whatever things that happens outside the house or wherever outside, but at the end of the day, when I come to the home, I can see the kids and I'll play with them, and I'll have a lot of fun with them. So it's always been nice.
Yeah, because you're the nice parent all the time. I'm the bad cop.
So someone has to be nice. I know, but see, again, I know when to be strict or something, but like I said, it's a responsibility for me. So I will make sure they have a very good life.
Do you remember the NICU?
Yes.
What do you remember from it? Not Tarak. Tarak was okay. Radha.
See, Radha's, recently only when you told about the certain things that happened, when doctor mentioned everything about the survival rate or whatever that you were mentioning. So that's when it stuck to me. I was like, oh my God, I never thought about it. Something like this gonna happen that day. I was thinking, because I didn't know during the COVID, whenever we used to go to the hospital during COVID time. So I never thought that happened. It literally happened till you told me, and you never mentioned it after you came to know. Also, you never told me. After I think many years, like 3-4 years, you never told me. So I think it's one of the blessings that for us it happened. Radha was a blessing, and so obviously when I think about it, tears will come out, but still, like I said, God was great that we could have one of the beautiful Radha, a girl like Radha.
She's a fighter.
Yeah.
And she's got you wrapped around her finger.
It's okay.
Someone has you wrapped around their finger.
Yeah, I can listen.
But you're very nice to her. That same love and affection is not coming towards me. But your daughter, you're very nice to.
No, I'm nice to everybody.
Not to everybody. No, don't say all that general statement.
No, I'm nice to everybody. I don't know why people think like that.
Because you don't talk.
Yeah. See, again, everyone has their own perceptions, right? So I can't keep on convincing everybody I'm this and that, I'm this and that. See, at the end of the day, we'll have only small circle. So those people, if you understand, and if you understand that's more than enough. You don't need to share everything to everybody. Don't need everybody's opinion, or don't need everybody appreciations for you. It's just the small circle. At the end of the day, what do you like? You might talk to 3-4 people, so it's gonna matter for you. So I always felt like that. It's not gonna matter people if they might whatever they say good or bad to me, but I don't care about what people say. So it's the people that I'm close to. So I'm just happy with those people.
You have such a big circle, though.
No, I don't have.
I have a dot. I was wondering, I'm like, what is this circle he's talking about? Who are these new people that I don't know? So when we talk about our children, I mean, as a mother, obviously I carried the child and I went through surgery and all. And when I saw the baby for the first time, it was the most surreal thing that I've ever seen. What was it like for you to see the baby for the first time?
See, it was a surreal moment when I could see the baby. Like I was crying so much, like, and then I felt it's one of the best moments in the life as a parent, so it was one of the best surreal moments for me.
That was amazing, though.
Yeah.
Then you thought they took my kidney out.
So that was so funny because, like you said, that the placenta. So that ball was in that shape. And
I
then
like that because when we went into the surgery, Dr. Kamala said, whatever you do, Mithun, don't stand up because if you see the inside of your wife's organs, you're going to faint and none of us can carry you.
No, like I was never nervous of the operation theatre or anything because I had so many surgeries so many times. So I never I wasn't afraid of the operation theatre. Only thing when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, what is that? So much of blood first time I'm seeing.
Yeah, because you have been the patient, you would have been unconscious.
Yeah, that's why I take GA so that I shouldn't remember anything.
But
I sleep well. So.
But I was talking to you, during surgery.
Yeah.
So.
The bravest thing that I've seen in my life actually. Having that pain and talking.
The best was how you came and you said, it was because of my father. He came to congratulate you and congratulate us and then you stood up.
Yeah. But nothing happened. I just saw and they told you, babe.
No, you got up, nothing happened. You didn't faint. But then you sat down and you can you just check? I think they removed some organ from your body.
Yeah, obviously.
Because the placenta was kept in a kidney-shaped bowl. And Mithun thought they had nicked some organ.
Yeah, it was so funny. And then you were laughing in that moment. You were laughing. I was like, oh my God, what is this?
What else to do? But
nice.
Yeah, it is fun. But I think after kids, I think the first year is quite difficult. As a couple, it's difficult.
Yes, first year it was very difficult. And obviously second, when Radha was born, you had the experience how to go about that. But when Tarak was born, it was very tough. I could see literally you crying so many days. But again, we passed through all that. Like always they said, after the tough days, the good days has to come, right? So we had a good time after that. Those days were past.
Would you want a third child?
No, not enough. So.
I can't. I cannot deal with more children. When we talk about our children, as parents, we always want to protect them and we want them to be happy always. But inevitably, they will face failure at some point. They will have lows. But what is that one thing they want to remember that we have taught them?
Again, I feel it's a discipline and the routines that we can get through their life. See, at the end of the day, results, what we say, it's not in our control, right? So only thing I feel we can teach them is the discipline and the hard work they can put in towards it. No matter what, like you thought Radha the other day about the race, it's not about winning, it's about the effort you put in, something like that. And the way she repeated that actually touched me that day. And even today she repeats that. That means that's the way I think it has to be taught to the kids at this age. And whatever they do, we need to teach them the things that the result doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's the things that the routines and the disciplines that you go through, it's the growth I feel that's going to give them the learning lessons.
That's true, and I also think they have to grow up to be empathetic, understanding people, and they should also know that sometimes in life we fail, we can fall, but we have to get up, dust ourselves and keep continuing because that's not the end. And that's what really scares me, Mits, when I see so many kids and you see so many kids dying or taking their own lives. It's because sometimes they're not able to deal with pressure, they're not able to take no. And that is something that really scares me. Because I want our kids to know that life is going to be full of pressure. There are going to be more no's than yeses. And it's okay to get a no. Like I read this somewhere. If one door closes, let that door close. But keep walking through all the other doors that open for you. And it's something that our kids need to know, because just because one speed bumper in their life is not going to derail them. What do you think about that?
One more thing that I always believe is the circle we grow, right? So if you, I always felt Tarak and Radhya, they are very lucky that we have so many professionals in our lives, in our family. So if your parents, they are very big professionals, and the way they work hard at this age, that amaze me. As a professional, I look up to them. The way they work, the professionalism they get into their work, and the work ethics they have, and I see my dad, the way he works. So, and I'm a professional, the things that I do, I think our kids, they can see a lot of things from us and learn. I think they're very lucky in that way. They can see the things, a lot of kids, I think so many people might not have this leverage to learn a lot of things from a professional family, and I feel Tarak and Radhe are very lucky in that way to be under this family and to learn a lot of things, the way they work and the way that they put into their each individual professional. So I feel like I said, the group they grow in, I think that's how they're gonna learn. So very happy that they have a very good people around them, and they're gonna learn a lot of things from that.
That's true. When I talk about children, what age, I mean, as a person who played many sports during their childhood, do you think children should play various sports before choosing one? What are your thoughts on that?
100%. I feel that's what I tell parents, to make them at the young age, make them play different sports, because you need to learn a lot of different movements. So there is a cycle in human body. I feel is every 7 years the body changes. So every 7 years. So like I said, like Tarak is 7 now, and next 7 years is the stage where you can put in a lot of like a base about whatever he does. So in whatever studies or whatever sports, it's the base. I think next 7 years is very important for, I feel after, I think when he's turned 14, that's not in our control. It's all that whatever he has learned in these 7 years, it's gonna get him there in the next few years. So I think playing different sports give you a different, you can learn different movements, and they'll be more agile. So if you take American sports, when they join the schools, so they are allowed to choose 3 different sports. So after, I think high school, I think they can choose which sports they can go into as a professional athlete. It's a science where you need to learn a lot of different movements to be in one professional. That will be more easier. Again, there are people who have chosen one profession and still played, but this is more easier, I feel. So everyone will have their own perspective. But this also, I think, playing different sports give you a different ideology, and that's going to help a lot of kids.
That's true, no? So you see that cricketer who play the IPL now, the 14-year-old, do you think when a player at that young age does so well, do you think people who have young children say, if that fellow can do it at 14, that means I need to make my child play one sport and excel in it? Do you think people will think like that?
At 14, again, he became a sensation. So, but what people don't understand is not every kid can get the bat swing that he has and the power he has in his batting, right? Everyone might think, okay, he has played, even I can achieve. So like, the thing that people think when someone can achieve, they think, yes, I can also achieve, right? But not everybody can be in the same level as he is today. Because see, when someone as a professional, if you think about his batting, the way he batted, so he had the bat swing and the power not a 14-year kid can't have. So, but he had a talent. So once in a generational talent, that parents has to understand that and give time. They shouldn't make a kid put into pressure situation where he needs to play by 15 or 14. No, give them time, understand their own kids. Again, every human body is different. The way of learning is different. That's why, like, everyone will have their own strengths and weaknesses, right? So you need to, as a parent, I feel you need to understand what's his strengths, what's the way of learning for him. So I think you have to understand those things and see how much time he can take to success. And I think you have to give that much time for him to be a successful guy rather than pushing him and putting him under so much of pressure or and see to him that he'll play or no or whatever.
Is it like putting so much pressure that he burns out?
Yeah, 100% I feel so. That's why I think you should need to understand as a parent, like I said, each individual is different and need to understand the way he learns. So it has to be in that way. I always feel like that.
There's Gopi Chand said this very recently. He said if you want to be a professional athlete, you either should come from a family that has money or you should have an educational backup. What I think he was saying is that sports being a career where nothing is guaranteed. You can either make it or you might not make it. But you always need to have a backup career. I think it's very true when it comes to sports and let's say the movie industry, because it's the family we come from. You need something.
I can only give example of myself, right?
Okay.
So right now, I have so many things going on apart from cricket. I still play. And things apart from cricket, I have 3 different things that I'm doing. And I always sit and think, why is it calmer now rather than when I was playing? So whatever I can think about myself is, like Gopi Chand said, I saw the full interview, whatever he spoke, that was one of the best things that he has told. So because I was more calmer now, because I have so many other things that I shouldn't only think about cricket. So because I have you have
backups now.
Yes.
I mean, you have other...
like I said, when you are an athlete, when you have a family and people around you, you want to take care of you, a lot of things comes in your mind and goes. So now when you have so many other things that you can work towards it and achieve that, so you're so calmer, so you don't need to worry about only one profession.
Okay.
So you're more calmer, you have certain things to work around, and you won't think all the time about the cricket. That's why I feel nowadays whatever kids that I coach, always tell them, please don't be only about cricket. It's just an hobby that you've chosen to. At the end of the day, you have a career after the 34, 35, right? No athletes can play till 50, 60 years. So there is more positive in that when you play sports as well. When you do certain other things apart from sports, you will become result oriented. So you need to achieve, or else you're not going to make it the biggest stage. And so again, money comes in that place. So I feel when you have other backup plans, so you don't need to worry all the time about only one thing. So you can execute so many new things, and you can achieve so many, like in sports. I think in a game, you can give your best without any thinking or whatever, like a result oriented. I feel that's gonna help them.
That's true, no? So you always need to have a backup. Like you need to have a proper educational background.
100%.
Okay, let's do something fun. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and it's called Who Is It? So I'll make a statement, and you have to say, is it you or me? Okay? Who's more likely to forget an important date?
You. Me.
Who makes the bed in the morning?
Me.
Actually, both of us. When you're not there, I do it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, you most of the time. Who starts the most random conversations in the middle of the night?
You.
I'll ask you some random rubbish I'll be asking you. Okay. Who's more likely to binge watch an entire series without telling the other person?
Me.
You. You always say we'll watch together and you'll finish it off.
Yeah, you show me good, nice shows, so it'll be interesting.
Who's more addicted to their phone?
Me, yeah. That anyone tells, I'll say okay.
Happy wife, happy life. Okay. Who plans vacations better?
You, 100%.
Thank you. Who's more stubborn?
You.
Me. Who's the bigger foodie?
You.
Me. Who's more romantic?
Me.
In black, I spell romantic first. Okay. Who sings louder in the car?
Me.
Yeah.
You.
You. Who's more likely to cry during a movie?
You and I.
I've never seen you cry. I think I've only seen you cry in one film.
Which one?
Jersey. I was busy howling on the other side of the theatre, but... Who gives the silent treatment during a fight?
I'll keep silent. And I
You
don't
give
make any
silent treatment.
sense.
You don't keep silent. You give silent treatment, okay? Who says sorry first?
Me.
Eh? Since when you say
You
sorry?
you
Have you
will
ever
say
said sorry?
You're
Have you
stubborn.
ever said
One
sorry?
second.
One second.
You'll say stubborn and plus sorry also.
Yeah.
How?
Hey, but I say sorry. Have you ever said sorry to me?
So many times.
When?
I'll only come and forget everything and come and sit next to you.
You'll be
You,
giving
it
silent
seems.
treatment, and then invariably we'll have to talk to each other. Who overthinks the smallest things?
You 100%, 150%.
Actually, correct. You also overthink. Hello, you also overthink. But most of the time it's me. Okay. Who's better at surprising the other? Nobody. Nobody. Who has the most amount of fights?
You.
Yeah. I really fight with everybody. What goes in your mind when I say I made new friends, Mithu?
Huh?
When I tell you I've made new friends, what do you
I'll be
say?
like, yo, I have to become friends. What to do now? I'll be thinking.
That's it for today, Mitzi. Thank you. Thank you
you
for talking so much to me. So, we're going to do something fun that we've never done. This is Radhya Mithun and that is Tarak Mithun. These two monkeys are our kids. So, we're going to ask them who is better, Amma or Appa, in certain situations. Okay? Who gives the best hugs?
You.
Who is better at making silly faces?
Appa.
Who plays with you more? Who is funnier, Amma or Appa?
See?
Who lets you stay awake longer? Who is stricter, Appa or Amma? Who gives the best piggy bank rides?
You never give me piggy bank rides.
Who tells you I love you the most?
I don't
But who is the better dancer, Amma or Appa?
You.
Appa's the better dancer.
Oh.
Amma. Appa don't know how to dance.
And with that is a wrap. See you next time. Say bye.
Bye.